Good morning. Yes, this is what I guess I look like here in the morning. Didn't even get the bobby pins out last night. Whatever. It was kind of a late night last night. We ended up going over to Emily and Sparky's. They moved into a new duplex, which is really exciting for them. It has so much more space. Their first place was very, very tiny. Like, I think they probably in their kitchen, they had probably like that much counter space right there. So not a whole lot of counter space, and it was getting really hard because she does like to cook and bake. Joe, what's so funny? Huh? What's so funny this morning?
Got here.
What?
Then I got here.
Get out of here?
Yeah.
Why do I need to get out of here?
Yeah. Funny.
I'm funny, you're funny. Okay, so today we have some really, really fun stuff going on. Well, fun for me anyway. I'm not sure if it's going to be super fun for Warren or anybody else, but it's really, really fun for me. We have somebody coming to look at our bathroom, and we're going to talk about a bathroom renovation project. Now, we kind of like updated the bathroom in 1999. I think it was 99. It could have even been earlier. Joe, shh, shh, shh. Just a second. Warren, did we do the bathroom in 1999 or in
1997.
It was right away in 1997?
Yeah, because
Okay, so I guess it was actually 1997 that we redid the bathroom, and so here we are in 2020. So it is in much need of some repair and just some updating. As you can imagine, 9 people going through that bathroom for, you know, like 23 years or something like that. It's in rough shape because we only have one other half bath that we also put in at that time in 1997. So yeah, so that's been a whole lot of showers and a whole lot of people going through there, and it needs some repair. All right, so we have that happening later this afternoon. I'm so excited about that. But I also want to share with you guys that yesterday Warren and I did some serious adulting. Something else that we did way back in the 90s, 1999 to be exact. Just a second. All right, I'm back. What? All you have to do is take the nut out. That's no big deal. There we go.
No.
Oh my goodness, everybody needs something this morning. So, yeah, so serious adulting. Back in 1999, we had a will and a trust set up. We, at that time, I know I didn't fully understand what a trust was. We did not utilize the trust, I guess, the way that we were supposed to. Anyway, at that point, we only had 2 children that were named in our will, and what else? Yeah, it just, you know, it needed to be updated because a lot has changed. We have had 5 more kids, people that were named in our, like, as durable power of attorney and healthcare, those types of things. Some of those people have passed away, relationships have changed. So anyway, we now have adult children. So lots and lots of things have changed. So we just had, for 2 years, Warren and I have been talking about, we need to get into the lawyer. Actually, our lawyer even retired. So there was just so much going on with all of that. And we just, finally yesterday, we did it. So yesterday we went in, we, you know, you disclose everything that you own and how it's titled, and just all the discussions as to what's going to happen if something were to happen to both of us, like tomorrow. You know, what would happen? Who's going to be the guardians of the minor children? What's going to happen with any assets? What's going to happen with the business? There's just so much that has to be talked about. So I tell you that because sometimes it's a little bit uncomfortable, and it does take some time, and it does take a little bit of money. But I just encourage you guys to, if you don't have some kind of will, I mean, if you're an adult, I think that most of us know this, but if you are an adult and you have anything, or you have a job and maybe you have some kind of insurance or something, you definitely have to have a will at the very least, so that you can, you know, so that the transfer upon somebody's death, right, so that the transfer can just go as easily as it possibly can. Way back in the 90s, when we were really listening to Dave Ramsey very faithfully, he would always talk about like there's a free download that you can do, I think, at his website, and if I remember, I'll link to that, but you can just like print off and have people sign it, get witnesses, and then at least it's a done deal. So, okay, enough with that. We're going to get on with the day. We have violin lesson. Peter's going to be cutting wood with Warren. Actually, they're going to be piling wood this morning together. The rest of us are going to go to Sam's violin lesson, and just the day. So, okay. What's going on?
And the phone, and the beer, and the car check.
You have a phone and a beer? Really?
Yeah.
No, you have a phone and you have
a stick.
Oh, thank you.
No,
and you have a fake Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
And it's 10 to 9 in the morning.
A brand new hockey game with sticks. Joseph did.
You went to the hockey game?
Greg.
You went to the hockey game?
Yeah, no, red. Red.
What was red?
I have the Joseph Black Beauty.
Oh, you're like Black Beauty?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, you go put that in recycling. All right, I have to tell you guys, no, my kids do not drink soda for breakfast, but last night, like I said, we were over at Emily and Sparky's looking at their new place, and we took pizza over there, and Joseph had a soda last night, and he didn't finish it, and so we just brought it home, and then this morning, it was still sitting on the counter, so yes, that is what he had for his breakfast drink, was a little bit of knockoff or whatever, generic Mountain Dew. I would say that that probably happens about one time a year, and today happens to be the day, and the whole world saw it. Okay, so I do want to point out to you guys today that today's video is sponsored by Moonster. Moonster is a company that makes, they make bags that have genuine leather on them. And so let me show you the bag that they sent to me. Isn't this the cutest bag? And the one thing that I noticed right away is that it has the genuine leather on the bottom. I love that so much because our vehicles are not always clean. And so what happens, in the past I've had like different bags, and if I'm not paying attention and I end up with like a tote bag that has a light color on the bottom, it's always filthy. Whoops. It's always filthy. I'm living in the country, we track a lot of sand in, and then, you know, just with like muddy weather, which we just were in for the last couple of days. Super nice. It has a little zipper pouch over here. I love that because there's always things that I just don't want to risk falling out. A couple little pockets here, which is always nice, of course, in a bag. And this is not a huge bag. This is not the kind of bag that, you know, you're gonna like take to a beach with everything that you need for your family, but it is just a nice size for throwing over your shoulder, putting a few library books in, which that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to go to the library and see what we can put in this bag. Alrighty, so we are on our way to Sam's violin lesson, and one of the things that I don't know if we've gotten into a habit yet, but last week when we went to his violin lesson, read to him from his religion book, and now today I'm going to do the same thing. So it's kind of a nice way to see that wood pile. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's what Warren and Peter are going to pile while we're gone. But reading to Sam while he drives is kind of a nice way to just kind of, I guess, get two things done at once. And I'll show you. So this is the book that he just started. Did you just start this yesterday or the day before?
2 days ago.
I don't know, but he did read before. It was called like 50 Questions What Catholics Believe or something. Is that what the other one was called?
What do Catholics really believe?
Yeah, What Do Catholics Really Believe was the last book he read, and that had like 50 different sort of statements, and some of them were like opposite style statements where, you know, they would say, oh, Catholics worship Mary or something like that, and then they would kind of refute it and kind of explain you know, the answer behind that. Okay, so this one is your questions, God's answers, and this one is actually meant specifically for teens, which is pretty nice. I was reading some of them and it seemed pretty good, so let's take a look inside the book. Today we are going to be reading number 6, I'm Afraid to Die. Number 7, I think we're going to be reading up to 10. If God loves us, why does he let us die? So it looks like we're going to be reading some pretty heavy stuff here today.
Football and skip on the trip.
All right, it looks like all that wood that was in that huge pile before, they got it stacked up. How was that, Peter? Was that a lot of work?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sweaty.
Are you sweaty?
Hi, Peter.
Yeah.
Do you want me to show you what things I got? Inside. Okay.
Yep, we got some books. I got some books for you to read too, Peter.
What time is it?
It must be 11.
Good, yeah. About 5 to 11.
Perfect.
Mom, can
Well, we're all set to cut some more.
Yeah.
Got some ice in your beard.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cold
Yeah,
out.
Dad.
It's
Yeah.
very
Hi, Dad.
Good weather for piling wood.
Hi,
Yeah, it
Dad.
is good weather for that.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Joe.
Hi.
Hey, Joe. Hi.
Hi, Maria.
My Moonster leather trimmed bag worked perfectly to tote our library books home, and after this I actually transitioned it over to a purse. I have a purse that I don't really love right now, and so I did turn this into my purse, and I'm absolutely loving it. I wanted to take a moment here to just share with you guys that Moonster has offered to give away 3 of these bags to you guys. So the way to enter that giveaway is to go over to the community tab and leave your comments over there. Either comment on the video or comment on what you would use the bag for. Just leave some sort of comment, and I will be choosing 3 winners. Moonster not only offers the tote bag that you see in my video here, but they also offer a number of other leather products. They offer this really neat makeup bag here. I was actually thinking of using that as a potential wallet inside of my bag so that I have a place to keep like lots of little things, my debit card and cash and things like that. Anyway, they also offer some beautiful, beautiful leather bound notepads, more like a journal style, and they're absolutely just super high quality, and I would love for you guys to check out the links in the description box below and go look for yourself. I will link over to their store page at Amazon so that you can see all the products that they offer. They also are offering a 15% off coupon code, which will be in the description box as well. And to top it off, a percentage of their profits goes to an organization in Africa working to end child cruelty. Okay, we're in now, and we're just kind of getting, we're just getting settled here. Can you guys believe that I don't believe that I have ever read the book Alice in Wonderland. I think that maybe I've read a couple like little short stories or some, kind of like a abridged version, like little kid books or something like that, but I've never actually read the whole thing. So we actually checked that out from the library today. The audiobook, the full unabridged version, we started listening to it on the way home. And now Sam is just actually helping Maria get that set up on her CD player that she got for Christmas. And so she's going to sit and listen. Oh, I just was rolling my gum. Sorry about that, guys. And so she's going to sit in her room and listen to that for a while. But I got to do laundry. So we are going to get going on schoolwork here before lunch. But we've got a lot going on for laundry here today. I've got laundry up there that all has to get put away, and then Sam has all of this he has to put away because he washed and dried, and I really don't know why it's laying on the floor, but it is. I have this load that I have to do, and then Joe is actually in the process of collecting the 2 laundry baskets, and I have a load of towels to do too. So we have all kinds of things. Sam, I was just talking about you. You have this big pile of laundry here. If you could get that back to your room and get it folded really fast before you get going on school.
Folded?
Folded? Yes, like 5 minutes it'll take you. and then get that stuff put away, and then you can get going on school. Right?
Nope.
Yes. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So for lunch, most days we just have leftovers, sandwiches, whatever we can kind of find in the fridge, especially now. I would say when all 7 kids were home, we definitely had more lunches that were like actual meal because there was just more people to have to feed. But Amber is not here for lunch 3 days a week, so we just tend to have just kind of leftovers or little bits of this, little bits of that. So for everybody else, we had some leftover hot dogs from the other night. So Joe had hot dogs, Maria had some leftover pasta that we had. Sam and Warren, they made sandwiches on some of those bagel thins that I bought, those everything bagel thins. And then who else? Oh, and Peter, he makes himself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he's just happy as a clam with that. But for me, what I did today, and everybody else has done eating, because by the time I got them going and then I got this put together and in the oven for a little bit, I'm going to be eating by myself, which I guess isn't the worst thing. But this is just sort of like a pizza bake. So the other day we made those little mini pizzas, and then what I did for myself, I have some zucchini here, so I just sliced really thin some zucchini as kind of a base. And then I have in here today some pork sausage that I seasoned with a lot of pizza seasoning and a little bit of turkey pepperoni. I did some, I have some onions here and mozzarella cheese, and then a little bit of the pizza sauce that was from the packets from those mini pizzas that we made the other day because we didn't use up all the sauce. And I just put this in the oven at 400 degrees. It was probably in there for about 8 minutes or so, just enough time for everything to just kind of get softened. And that's what I'm going to have here for lunch, and then some cottage cheese. So between all of this here, I probably have about 6 carbohydrates, maybe 7 grams of carbs, in case you're just kind of wondering, you know, what low carb lunch looks like. So that's what we're doing here today. So the contractor came, and that was really, really exciting. Yeah, so we just have plans for the bathroom, and he's gonna, you know, do all the things, write up an estimate. We have to kind of start going and looking at some different options for different things that we want to do. And yeah, so it's kind of exciting. But yet at the same time, it's not really my cup of tea. I always have a hard time. Well, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I made a comment the other day. I'm not much of a home decorator. Yeah, it's nothing to still see Christmas decorations up, and it's been like June and we've still had Easter things around and whatever. So I'm not much of a home decorator, but I'm going to try my best to put together something that looks good for the bathroom, and it is pretty exciting. For supper tonight, I see that I'm getting a much later start than what I should have, because it is 4 o'clock, and I'm going to do this. This is that Pilgrim's Cook in a Bag Savory Seasoned Whole Chicken. I see that it has no added sugar and it has 0 carbs, so there isn't, you know, a bunch of like sugary flavorings added, which is very, very nice. However, from frozen, this has to cook for 2.5 to 3 hours, and it's 4 o'clock. So that puts us at 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Which for this time of the year is a little bit late for us to have supper, but that's just the way it is, because some of the other things on my list were, whoops, lighting, sorry about that, guys. Some of the other things on my list were to do mini meatloaves. I don't have the meat thawed for that. Also to do venison steak. I don't have the meat thawed, so like, you know what? I need to go and do that. So I'm gonna go and get my meat out for the next few days, get that stuff thawed. I'm gonna get this set to go into the oven, and I am going to make with this rice, and I'm also going to make some like just frozen vegetables. I think I either have Brussels sprouts or broccoli. I'm gonna do one of those, or maybe even both. We'll see. So as a YouTube video creator, one of the things that I do have to do is keep track of my income. As most of you guys know, Google pays for ads on YouTube, and that's kind of been the source of all kinds of controversy over the last year and even before that. But I just wanted to share with you guys, one of the things that I have to do is keep track of that income. And because I know that, wow, okay, It's been a rough day. Bobby pins are all falling out. Interesting. Anyway, so I know that so many are interested in what YouTubers earn as an income. Either one, because you're just simply curious, or two, because maybe you're thinking of starting up a channel and you're kind of wondering, you know, where exactly could this go? And three, I guess, goes back to the curiosity part of it again. It's just YouTube. You know, when people talk about YouTube being a side hustle or a full-on business, or, you know, people are earning a full-time income and whatnot, it's just kind of weird to think about that. I know it was very weird for me to think about it at first, but then when I did actually start growing my channel and starting to earn a little bit of revenue, I can see how it definitely can start to have kind of a snowball effect, and it really can help the bottom line. Obviously, I don't put in the time that it would take to really get my channel to be at a full time at this point, just because there's a lot of other things that are really important to me. This is one of them. I love doing YouTube. I love talking about YouTube. I love editing. I love the filming. I really do love all of it, but I do have other things, and so I have to remember that. I was just putting together my income and expense report, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys basically how somebody earns money on YouTube is through Google AdSense. And you can see, so like January of last year, Google AdSense paid me $300. When you guys click through my Amazon links and then you make a purchase, either something that I recommended, or if you make a purchase of just anything else that that you're going to buy from Amazon, I get a little tiny amount. And so I made $25.03 in January from that. And then I also did a sponsored post for Pure Scrubs. By the way, we are still using Pure Scrubs and still loving it. I will tell you though, don't accidentally put that on your face, because the salt dries your face skin out, which is surprising to me because it doesn't dry out my legs or my arms, but it was not good for my face. But anyway, still using Pure Scrubs. Amber loves that so much. They did pay me $99 to do a sponsored post. And then you can see, you know, again, I just have, usually each month, I just have a Google AdSense, I have an Amazon affiliate, and then I also try to get one sponsored post in per month. I see I did one in January, February, March. I did one in April. I did one in May. I did not do anything in June. I also keep track of my expenses. I keep it pretty simple at this point. You can see I use PicMonkey for making my thumbnails, and that's an annual charge. I did have to go to the computer store to have my computer fixed back in September. Ended up not being able to be fixed. Had to buy a new computer. And then I also, my editing software is Filmora 9. And then I only did one more sponsored post there, and in November. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that, because I just know that people are very curious as to, you know, how that all works and everything. And it is tax season, so I was making sure that I got all my ducks in a row for that. So, okay, that chicken that I put in, it has to go for 3 hours. So it has, what time is it? It's after 6, so it has less than an hour. Good, we have about 40 minutes, so I'm gonna go out and start getting my rice put together, and I was going to do some frozen vegetables as well. So that's going to be a really great low carb. I won't eat the rice for supper tonight, just chicken and the vegetables. And I think I'm going to do 2 veggies, just so I just so that I feel like I have a variety on my plate, because a lot of times I'll do 3 things. You know, you do like a meat, a veggie, and a carb, and I just eat the meat and the veggie. And sometimes my plate looks kind of blah, unless I, you know, throw some cheese on there, cottage cheese or something like that. So maybe I'll do 2 veggies tonight to try to change it up a little bit and make my plate look a little more full. Warren's actually, we were gone last night, so he couldn't watch the State of the Union address, so he is watching that probably on YouTube right now. We are all done with supper. Supper was really good. That chicken in a bag, I forgot to show you guys because everybody was really hungry. But what are you doing over there, Maria? Oh. But the chicken in a bag was really good. Very tiny. But the one thing that was really nice is that I just put it in the oven for 3 full hours, right from frozen, and it was really no work. I did thicken up the juices a little bit, so there could be a little gravy for the rice and you know, to put over the chicken too. And that was really, really good. We really liked it. And now Peter got his magazine today in the mail. Let's see, so he gets Ask. I thought that this was going to be the end, but he must still be getting it. So we're going to do a little reading from there tonight. I think your Humpty Dumpty subscription is over. So we're just going to do a little reading from here, and it's going to be bedtime for them, and then I'm going to go and edit a video. So I hope that you guys enjoyed a little peek into our day. I love you, Maria, and that you guys have a fantastic day as well. So I am going to pop 2 more videos up down below here, and maybe you'll be interested in those. So check them out. Okay, you guys have a great night. Bye.